Hello, my loves. So this is going to be spiritual messages to get you through this week. All right. Um, the first the first zodiac sign up is Aries. Spirit says nothing is impossible. Um, Spirit wants you to work on your thoughts. They want you to work on changing your thoughts, and they want you to believe in yourself. They also want you to take your hands off of it. So there must be something that you might be trying to manifest in. I also hear a dream come true. It can even be a person, you know, because I hear using visuals. I hear like feeling skeptical about it. Your thoughts are racing. Um, your thoughts are racing, and you can't pretend anymore. You know what, too, Aries? There could be somebody who feels this way about you because I feel two different energies. So it could be somebody who feels this way about you. Um, yeah, nothing is impossible. This has to do with your manifestations. They're trying to say that, oh my God, you can't save everyone. So okay. Let me go deep with you, Aries. You can't save everyone. And this could be, I don't know if you are trying to manifest someone in, and I don't know if you feel like they're playing games or if you feel like they're going through things and it's like, if I could heal them, if I can save them, then we will be really great together. It could be like unpredictable. The situation could be very, very unpredictable for you. And this could be causing you to feel a lot of doubt, a lot of self-doubt. And I feel like this has to do with love. All right. So let me see. Yeah, express your love. This is what I'm saying. It's like you have a lot of doubt, you have a lot of fears. Um you can't explain why you feel the way that you do feel. You also feel pressured. You could be with an earth sign. Um and you never imagined it to be this way. So you could have possibly caught feelings for someone. You could have possibly caught feelings for someone, Aries. And you're afraid to express your love because you just don't know if it's gonna be reciprocated. Like what I give, it's like you're almost fearful. You could be trying to come together with someone, but fear could be your blockage. Let me see what else is going on for you. What messages does spirit have for you? This is crazy. It says a win-win outcome is in the forecast. So for you, Aries, if this resonates with you, please only take what resonates with you. If this resonates with you, there is something that you are going to have a win-win forecast. You know what it is too at the end of the day? With this win-win forecast, I feel like you win either way. I feel like you win either way. Suppose you do express your love. Suppose you're afraid and you don't know what the outcome is going to be, and it's causing you to have all these thoughts, and it's starting to create self-doubt. Number one, it's like you can ground yourself. And what I mean by grounding yourself, just take a deep breath and step back into your heart place. And even if you have to write it down first before you express what you feel towards someone, then take the chance. I feel like take the chance towards the things that you truly feel passionate about, because you will never know. And a win-win outcome, the way I see it, is if they want you back, you win, and if they don't, you still win, because that means you get to be redirected towards someone who will feel the same way as you. So I feel like the biggest thing is make the grand gesture. Take a chance on yourself when it's things that you truly love. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, see, don't let your pride get in the way. It's like fear. You're fearful for going after the things that you truly want. There's lots of expressions of love, and it could be towards a person, and that's why Spirit said when I first took out your name, well, not your name, but your zodiac sign, it's like fear can be impairing your judgment. Fear can make you feel as if the things that you truly want, you can't get. It's your pride. And even with pride, it could be like to me, I take pride as your ego. You're afraid, like, if I don't get the response that I want, it's going to hurt me. So I rather take a laid back approach and not express what I truly feel. But then this is causing you suffering, because now you're in your mind and you can't stop your thoughts, and the more you try to hide from how you truly feel and what you truly want, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I would say free yourself. For some of you, I heard Pisces. It could be a Pisces, it could be a Taurus. I used to have a zodiac sign dice, but let me see. Yeah, this is what Spirit is telling you. If you want to free yourself, if you want to free yourself, if you want to free your mind. And it's so crazy. Prior to me even doing this video, I kept playing that song, Free My Mind. This resonates with you, Aries. It's like you need to make a judgment call. You know, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. It's like you need to make a judgment call. You need to put your pride aside, and you just need to express whatever you feel. Don't hold back. You want to know why? Because I also feel like you don't want to go through life living with regrets, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I feel like it's better for you to release it and get it out. And if you can pray, like pray to release fear, pray to be open to whatever happens, because Spirit is saying you have a win-win outcome. It's gonna work out in your favor regardless, even if the person doesn't want what you want. What else can I see for you real quick, Aries? What's going on with the sign of Aries, Spirit? Pride again, Aries. You got a lot of pride. And you know, pride sometimes, I'm telling you, it's fear. This is 2 cards of pride. I hear, can't nobody stop me now. Can't nobody take my crown. Oh no, I got to keep on. It's like, it's like you need to find a way to validate yourself and for you to amp yourself up so you can go after what you want or who you want. This is the message for you. And for many of you too, I hear practice safe sex if you don't want no children. All right, let me see. Yeah, just ask. Just ask. Ask your spiritual team for help. If you need help, if you need guidance, if you know that deep down inside is pride that's stopping you, that's holding you back, ask your spirit guides, because they want to help you. But at the same time, it's like they want to challenge you. They want to challenge you. Yeah. And it shows yin and yang. So that's balance. You're in a really good position right now. And it could be also too, it's like with needing to make a judgment call and you going after what you want and me saying nothing is impossible. You can have false attachments. You attach to the outcome. You could be so attached to the outcome that you're truly afraid of walking away from what doesn't serve you and going towards what you need to go towards, Aries. So that's something for you to truly look into for yourself. Like what's holding you back is your attachment. You're attached to the outcome. If it doesn't come out the way that I hope it does, then I'm afraid of how that is going to make me feel. So I will allow myself to be prideful and hold back instead of taking a chance and making a judgment call. And Spirit wants you to also love yourself more by saying no to the things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self-love. So to me, it just looks like say no to the things that you don't want and start saying yes to the things that you truly do want, even if you may not get back what you really want to. And I understand that fear, but at least you will know. At least it will set you free. I feel like every no is a redirection, all right? And the angels are supporting you, whatever it is that you're going after. Like even with the woman with holding a coin, it can even be There's two things that can be, maybe you could be attached to somebody and you're only with them for their money, but there's truly somebody that you love and you really want to express yourself and go towards, and you're afraid to make the judgment call because you're afraid of the outcome. What if this doesn't turn out the way that I want? You know what I'm saying? But everything is redirection and getting you exactly to where you need to be. And if it's not that, maybe you feel attached to a position and the truth is you ready to drop the job and go towards something else that will bring you more money, but you're afraid. All right. So it's like fear is your blockage for this week, Aries. If you free yourself, if you just pray, ask your angels to support you as you go towards your dreams, your manifestations will come. It says win-win in the outcome. All right. I hear like I learned my lesson. You could have been through some things, and I don't know, like when I hear like I learned my lesson, I don't know if you felt rejected in the past, and that can make you prideful. Like every time I do express myself, you're like afraid that you won't get what you want. But it's better to know and try than to not have tried at all. So that is my guidance for you this week, Aries. So let's see, Taurus. I think for you, Taurus, you're trapped in your mind. You're trapped in your mind. To me, this seems like you just have a lot of confusion, and I wanted to say control. Like you want control. It's hard for you to surrender to the highest, surrender to the universe. It's hard for you to surrender to God because you want control. To me, I feel like there's something that you're holding on to that you need to release, baby. Like there is something, and I feel like it could be pain. It could be, there's something that's near and dear to you that you hold so close to your chest, but I feel like what it is, Spirit says, is stopping your growth. There's something that is stopping your growth that is truly time for you to release. And Spirit says you need to reflect deeply. You will know exactly what this is, you know? And they said, it's only you. It's only you. So to me, this gives me the impression of self-sabotage. You are self-sabotaging by holding on to things that need to be released, and you're restricting yourself. Like you're holding your own self back, and it's like hardening up yourself. I said harden up yourself. It's like you're choosing to close off your heart. You're choosing to push people back and push people away. Oh. Maybe are you holding on to your own heart? Is that what you're guarding, your heart, your inner child, your own inner child, your heart? You're holding your onto your own heart. You're holding onto your own inner child for dear life. You don't want to surrender and just open up your heart and allow the universe to lead you to where you need to be. You could have some issues in trust with God or trust with yourself. And whatever you're holding on to can just be like your heart, your innocence, your purity. You could be hiding, you could be wearing a false mask to the world to protect yourself and guard yourself from ever being hurt again. And Spirit wants you to release that belief that I need to be guarded. I have to be on guard. I have to protect myself. I have to wear this false mask and I have to toughen up myself in order to, it's like prepare so I won't be hurt. But what it actually is doing is pushing everything away from you that you actually want. So Taurus, you're your own blockage. You are your own blockage. Let me see more. There is so many possibilities out there. The garden and the gate is like Spirit is trying to show you, like, whatever you have, you need to drop it. You need to release it. It could be a belief system that's stagnating you. There's something that you're choosing to hold on that's stagnating your growth. And it's like Spirit is trying so hard to bring in new opportunities, new people, new positions, and you're so guarded and so afraid, and you want to control the outcome that you just hold on. You're holding on. You're very, is it fear? Is it fear? And whatever this is that you're holding on to is affecting your health. You know, like if you're trying to control the universe, if you are afraid just to allow the spirit to like move in and work through you and work for you on your behalf, it's like it's starting to affect your health. It's starting to like drain you emotionally, mentally, where sometimes if you find yourself to be so depleted and drained, this is the reason why, you know. Yep, I knew it. Fear. You're holding on to fear, and the fear is actually creating a lot of blockages for you. And you know what's so scary, Taurus? I see the fear like traveling through your body. It's like closing you off and keeping you caged in and kind of keeping you stuck and tied to things that you're done with, tied to things. And it's like spirit is trying to show you that we have so much for you that we can guarantee to you. But what we need you to do is just surrender this fear that's affecting your health and just allow the universe, allow God to just work through you. That's all they want to do is heal you. That's all they want to do is give you the desires of your heart, but you are holding on because, and it's like your inner child, like you're trying to protect your inner child. You know, like all of us have an inner child, and our inner child is like attached to like the wounds. It's like attached to the wounds of the past, and you could be holding on and trying to protect yourself from ever being hurt again. And spirit is like, this is not what this lesson is all about. This is like, it's time for you to receive now. Like you've had enough pain. You had enough lessons. We want to now cleanse you and set you free. We want to clean you up. We want to help you release the fear and show you all that we have for you because of all that you went through. Spirit says even pouring from an empty cup. Let me tell y'all, y'all are so fearful of opening up even just a little bit that you give, and you don't even accept or receive help. You want to do everything by yourself, and you feel so tired because the truth is everybody needs somebody. And you want to do it all yourself because you don't even trust anyone to come in and help you. Not every human is a bad human. Sometimes spirit sends people in to help you, and so you need to open up. I hear, remember that you are God's child and you are closer to the blessings that you truly want than you think. But you have a habit of holding back or resisting, and this is what's causing blockages for you. Let me see if there's anything else. Oop, that deck fell. I'm not going to use it. Clarify, spirit. Yeah. It's like adjustments are required, and the adjustments has to do with your belief systems. If you've been wanting things to come in, it's not happening yet because there's adjustments, and I think it's to your mindset and to all that you're holding on. It's like you're prolonging your blessings, you know? And you may even hold on to pain and keep repeating it because what happens is like your reminder to protect yourself so you can stay closed off to the world. But it's like you're also closing yourself off to all that you deserve. All right. So be mindful of that, Taurus. Let me just do one card. And spirit says you are so beautiful. Like for some of you, you don't even see how beautiful you are. They can't believe it. Some of you, you've been hurt so bad that it's even, your pain is so bad that it's blinded you from how beautiful you freaking are and how amazing you truly are, and how like, yo, the way people see you and the way you see your own self, it doesn't add up. Like if you walk by, people see you, they see the glow in you, they see the God in you, they see so much in you. But because of what you've been through, how people treated you, or what you've been through in the past, not even you can see you. And spirit is like, it's such a shame to like, you can't even, like, man, you're amazing. You are so beautiful, and that you don't see this. All right. Focus your mindset. See, focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. It's everything that I said, baby. You are what you believe. So I would work on my belief system so I can attract the desires in to my heart. It's like, love yourself more. Tell yourself that I am beautiful, I am amazing, and I am deserving of good things. Oh my God. And they said address the wounds that you've been holding on to a little bit further. So Taurus, dig a little bit deeper into those wounds and like write them out and just purge it out of you and set yourself free. All right? Because they said that this is costing you. Oh my God. Sorry, I've dropped the deck. I hear like you mostly just stay inside. I even hear like some of you Tauruses, you could have just moved to a new neighborhood or something. And you mostly just stay inside. You don't even give yourself a chance to meet people or put yourself back out there. And there's so much out there for you. The world is your oyster. For some of you, I don't know why this hurt like some type of record. Maybe some of you guys do music, or you on a record label. Okay. Or you have a record deal that's coming. Gemini. Spirit says open up. Open up. You need to open up. They want you to open up, like believe it and receive it. Like open up. You know what it is, Gemini? You're banging on a closed door, baby. You are banging on a door that is shut. I'm talking about the universe closed a door on you and you are still sitting there. You're still waiting. It could be a person. I don't know what door closed, but there's a door that closed. And the reason why, but I see your inner child. I see like this, an image of your smaller self, that's on this door. Some of you, somebody, you could have lost someone that you love. I don't know if this is like a parent has been gone and you are still a parent. I don't if it's not a parent that you lost, it could be a lover that you lost, and you're just still, the door is shut, it's dark, and you're just still at the door. You're still at the door. You're still waiting for this person to return. You don't want to believe whatever has happened. You don't want to believe it. So this is your stuck point. Everybody has like a stuck point or a blockage. I don't know if I can truly call it a blockage. It actually is a blockage, but it's a stuck, like you're stuck. You stuck someplace, you know? It's like you're fighting a door that can't even open, to be honest with you, Gemini. And honestly, I want you to see how that resonates with you. Let me tell you why this is important. Spirit says you're taking life for granted because of it. Like you and it's a choice. Like you have made the choice. You want to keep resurrecting something from the dead, and it's gone. Like it's gone. And you could be doing so much more with your life. You could be doing so much more with your time. It's like the whole world is ahead of you, or the whole world is in front of you. But because of this closed door, you just stopped right there. It's like, and you are so hopeful that the door will open. You probably even convinced yourself that this person will come back, or this is not really happening, but it happened and it's done. And you've been wasting a lot of your life like waiting on something that is not coming back. So this is for you, Gemini. And I hear like people are even worried about you. There's people who are worried about you. They notice that you're not the same anymore. It's almost like, you know how something hurts you so bad and you don't know how to process the pain? You don't know how to process the pain. Like it's too Some people create illusions, right? I'm trying to explain this the best way I know how. Some people create illusions and try to like lie to themselves and tell them that something. Let me make up a scenario. It's like you're creating illusions and you're lying to yourself about a door that is closed, and you're doing this only because you refuse to feel the pain of the loss. Like it's gone, and you are so terrified to admit to yourself that it's done. Like that truth is too much of a risk. Yeah. That thought that this is done, this is over, everything that I put into this, it's not gonna work. It's like that thought is so, it's too much to handle. So you would rather live in the illusion and be alone, like like you keep to yourself a lot, and you may try to act like you're happy and everything is okay, but you're empty inside and you're burying this pain, and anytime that it tries to show up for you so that you can look at it, you push it back down and you create an illusion to protect yourself from actually experiencing the loss. And I feel like if you would just experience the loss, if you would just grieve the pain of whatever this is, you would be able to come out on the other side, because there's sun on the other side. Right now I feel like you're trapped in a storm. You're trapped in a storm. It's like you're trapped in a storm, but it's only because, and it's almost like you're becoming comfortable in the storm. That's the scariest part, Gemini. It's almost like you're convincing yourself that this is the way it's supposed to be, and it's not. So it's like harboring deep pain, harboring deep regret, harboring deep shame that you are so afraid to look at. You are burying a lot of pain that you refuse to look at. And you're doing this because you're afraid. You're just afraid. You don't want to feel it. You don't want to accept it. Yeah. Struggling to accept the reality of what is done, and that you cannot return back to, or, you know. All right. Like people are worried about you. This is starting to change you. Yeah, spirit wants you to work through your fears. Like you need to put this out on the forefront. You just need to slap it on the table. And what I mean, like put it all out on the table. Put it all out on the table and just work through it. Because you trying to act like it's not there, and you trying to create illusions to keep yourself safe so you won't have to work through your fears, it's stagnating your whole life. Is jeopardizing you in a way that you do not want. Spirit wants you to also know like your workload will increase. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for increase when it comes to your work. All right. Spirit says you are more than enough. Some of you guys can struggle to feel enough. They said that you are more than enough. But you know what it is, Gemini? You tolerate more than you should. You tolerate way more than you should. You give certain people too many chances to play with you. Let me see. It's like you need to open up to the possibilities. There's something you're just looking over for some reason, and it's fear. Spirit says you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Like this is really hurting you. This is very important for you, Geminis. When you get to this, baby, you need to take a deep look at it. You need to take a deep breath and just explore it so you can work through it and it can move. Once this moves, then it's like you're going to say to yourself, that's all I had to do? That's all I got to do? Like, that's what you're going to say to yourself. It's like you want to escape and run from yourself. No, it's like Spirit is saying Spirit is want to set you free. Spirit wants to set you free. You've been running from yourself. All right, let me see. If people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the results of your actions. You know, Spirit says you are so much more better than this. So it's like if you wanted to know what you needed to work on, this is exactly what it is. I feel like once you get through this and you start, because yeah, harboring deep pain, deep resentment that you are terrified of even looking at. People who have hurt you, people who gossip about you, and you keep trying to help these people. You keep these people who are gossiping about you. Some of you, you could still be around them. It could even be family. You know, it can even be like your own family who takes you for granted. All right. So Spirit is saying like to thread lightly and for you to really get through this, Gemini. You'll be glad when you do. What's going on with Cancer? You're ignoring your higher self. You're ignoring your higher self. You're ignoring your intuition. Your higher self is, I'm talking about, they're screaming for you. You're trying to keep yourself so busy. You keep being so busy and you're trying to avoid your own self. Like you're running from yourself. You're trying to escape your own self. And I wonder why. There's something that you don't want to face. There's something that you don't want to face. There's something that you are terrified of seeing for yourself, and it could just be you. You're afraid to face your own self. You're afraid to look at yourself. You're afraid. You're afraid of your own shadow. You're afraid of looking in the mirror. You're terrified of your own self. So you keep yourself busy so that you won't have to get to the root of your issues, you know? It's almost like taking your life in your own hands or taking control over your thoughts. You have panic attacks and it's slowing you down, and there's a reason for it, and it's almost like you know, but you're afraid to face it. There's something that you're afraid to face, and I think it's the consequences of your own actions. It's like you're fighting your own self because you don't like to stay still. You don't like to be alone, and you don't want to be alone. You don't want to stay still because you are so afraid to admit to yourself that you have a lot of regret and guilt. You're harboring a lot of regret. You're harboring a lot of guilt that you are terrified of looking at, because it's like if I look at myself, I won't forgive myself. Or if I really face myself, I'm afraid of what I'm going to see about my own self. So you're running from yourself. You're running from your mirror. You're running from your own reflection. You are, and you keep trying to find other things to do, other things to do, other things to do because you are terrified. Let me see. I'll use this deck. Yeah. There's this indecision that you're sitting on. Is that what you're running away? I just think you're running away from your own truth. You don't want to face. Hold up. It's too much. Yep. You have so much regret and guilt. The reason why you're running away from it because you're terrified of, like, you're gonna cry deep. You know what's so beautiful though? Hold up. Let me sit with you. You know what, Cancer? It's okay. It's okay if you made a mistake. Like, you are human. You are learning. And you really need to show yourself some compassion. I feel like if you are able, Spirit says you'll even sleep better at night. If you just face it, whatever you're running from yourself, if you just face it, if you face the regret, if you face the shame, like, damn, I made a mistake. I tricked my own self into believing that this person you know, would love me, or they would leave someone for me, that I trusted someone to support me. I thought that, you know, it's like you could have knew deep down inside, your spirit guides could have been showing you red flags, and it's like so much, but you could not help yourself. You just jumped. You just jumped. And it exploded over you. And you are so angry at yourself, and you have so much regret, and it's almost like, forgive yourself, Cancer. You are mad at you right now, Cancer. That is the truth. You are so angry at your own self. You hold yourself accountable in a situation where you have lots of regrets. You hold yourself accountable, but baby, you putting your own self in prison, and you don't need to do that. Free Cancers. You know what I mean? You know how people be locked up and they say free Tommy. Baby, I'm saying free Cancer, like free yourself. You've made a mistake. You trusted the wrong person. You put your heart into the wrong person's hands. Make peace with it. Forgive yourself for it. Because it's like, if you do get a second to sit with yourself, you start to pace the house. You start to have those memories of what they did and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, how could I not have seen through this? Why would I put myself through this? And you are beating yourself up because of how someone else has deceived you. But it's like you feel like you deceived you because you knew that person was a deceitful person. And you know, it goes like, I listened to why do I hear like anime? Some of you guys like anime. That was so off. I'm trying to keep it to just about the spiritual lessons. Spiritual lessons. You went through a spiritual lesson. It was a spiritual lesson. It was to teach you. But Spirit says you keep digging the dagger in heavier by like remembering it and soaking it in it and recalling the events and like calling your own self names because you didn't know any better. You should have known better. You're harsh on yourself. You're critical on yourself. And you know why? Because you probably had a harsh and critical parent, and now you became harsh and critical on yourself. But you know, the most beautiful thing, the universe and God is very forgiving. So if they forgive you, why can't you forgive you too? Because I feel like you deserve forgiveness. Spirit wants you to know that once you surrender this regret, I hear your gut. Your gut kept telling you. That's why you so mad at yourself. Like your gut knew. Your gut knew. And this is why you beating yourself up. Like, I knew. I should have known. And you're being so mean to yourself. There's so much abundance coming towards you. But you don't have to beat yourself up for not knowing any better at the time. Sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes people have to go back in just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? You could look at it like that for another perspective. But Spirit says address the big giant. Address the big giant. And once you do, and just cry, just purge it out, just cry. You know, if you anything like me, go to the woods, because I know all my ancestors in the woods, baby. I cry to the trees in the woods. Baby, go to the woods. They gonna meet you there in the woods. I feel like the woods is the most powerful place. But if you're afraid to cry, go to nature, because nature feels safe, and just release, baby. Say it to yourself. I should have known better, blah, blah, blah. But then just leave it there, because Spirit is ready for you. It's like you have a spirit guide who just wants to reach their hand out and say, come on, baby, come on. It's okay. Like rub your back and just say, it's okay. But it's a big, ugly giant that you like are holding yourself in prison for, and you don't need to, because it's okay, because your spirit guides understand. You know, see, your emotions is running high, baby. Cry it out. Just purge it out. Why here? Leave me alone. Who bought Cancer? Come on now. See, there's so much luck that is on your side. There's so much, 2 cards. Luck and abundance. Cancer, it's okay. Well, I want to tell you, it's okay. Baby, don't put yourself in prison. Don't put yourself in prison. You're going to be all right. Yeah. Your dream state is even active. Like spirit is doing everything to purge you from this. They even trying to put things in your sleep that your spirit guides really want your attention. Cancer, give yourself some time. I know you're trying to be busy because you don't want to face yourself, but give yourself the time that you need. I'm talking about this, even if you just sit in the bathroom with the water running and just let it out, just release, because there's something so beautiful, abundance. And spirit says your prayers do work. What you feel like your prayers is not working, that God don't listen to you. On a realistically, I feel like everybody has that moment when you wondering, like, wait a minute, God, are you even listening? I think we all go through that. All right. Oh, sorry, Cancer. Let me see. I didn't pick a card for you. I even hear gospel music. Baby, ain't nothing make you cry like gospel music. You get the right gospel song on a sad day, baby, you cry. You cry bad. All right. The journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. Everything is about you being rewarded. Everything is about you being rewarded, Cancer. Take your hands off of it, baby. Just release the pain to God. Sometimes I be saying that, like, you take this. I can't. Like, I just can't. And I hear merging for the better. Like, you're going through a big transformation that's going to merge you for the better. Sometimes I tell God, like, my heart feels so heavy. I be like, I can't hold on to this no more. And I will scream. And I feel released after that. So do what you got to do, Cancer. Moving along, baby. These are my peacock feathers. I love them. Leo, spirit says you need to celebrate yourself more. You need to take yourself out on a date. You need to trust yourself more. You are living in the past and you are not living up to your potential. You are allowing people and how they feel about you to control you. You are waiting on the validation from people to make you feel good. People will never know you the way that you know you. Like, you need to celebrate yourself. You need to learn how to validate yourself. They want you to know that you are right where you need to be, because you need to finish up a lesson and you could just be sitting in it. It's like they said it's okay to agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. You don't need, and you don't, how can I say this? So with communication, people feel like with communication, in order for communication to be well, I have to agree with you. And that is not the truth. You need to understand what Spirit is trying to say to you, Leo, that the lesson for you to understand is that there is many ways to see one thing. You know what I'm trying to say? We both go to an art exhibit together, right? I'm just painting a picture, Leo, so you could follow me. We are going to an art exhibit together and we both look at a painting and I say, like, oh my God, that painting is so unique, it's so beautiful. When I look at the painting, I see a beautiful apple tree, and you tell me no. When you look at it, you see strawberries in a forest. It's okay if I see an apple tree and you see strawberries. It's healthy for you to allow people to see the way that they see, and you keep your opinion. Your opinion is for you, and how people feel is for them. Another person's perspective, if it's not the same as yours, does not mean that they trying to come for you, or you don't need to feel like you have to control the way people feel and control the way people think. And it's like, for you, communication and relationships will grow better when you are open and flexible to other people's perspective. Like, that's healthy. Instead of trying to control the way people think and control how, well, I do it this way. I do it this way, and that's okay, Leo. You do it that way because it works for you. But what spirit wants you to heal is to be more open-minded, be more flexible in your thinking, because you may take route 17 to get there, but Tommy takes, why do I always use the name Tommy? You take route 17 to get to the house, but um Taylor Taylor takes route 5. And yes, Taylor may take a little bit longer, but Taylor gets there the same way how you get there. So it's you have trouble seeing someone else's point of view, and what it does is it creates your foundations tumble and fall. You break and have feuds with everybody, and things just explode, all because they have a different way of living or a different way of seeing from you. And you have to honor and respect that everybody has different backgrounds. Everybody don't think the same way, and sometimes there is no wrong or right. Sometimes there is no wrong or right. Sometimes it just is. And for you to honor that in people, because you bury a lot. You're in your head, you're arguing in your head. Your spirit is even starting to attack you. It's almost like you could be you're at war with others, but the true war is in you. You have war within yourself, or you're holding on to like a battle, and what is happening is it's like being lashed out onto other people, but it's like you're trying to protect your pride, or your the way you see things. Like you want to be right. So if you realize like certain people had walked away, it could or you have a partner who walked away, it's possibly because they just don't want to fight and argue anymore. Like they feel the way that they feel, and they feel like that's enough for them, so it's like you can't convince somebody to live differently than what they actually live. You can't fix people, you can't control people. And I feel like the more you start to tell yourself that other humans are not in my control, and that I need to free people to be exactly who they are, live how they live. If they want to do this, let them do it. They just gonna have to learn the hard way. I feel like that is the biggest lesson for you, Leo, to allow people to live and just be the way that they are, and don't try to convince them or trick them into thinking the way you do or doing the way you do. It's like honoring people for who they are and the way that they live and how they do what they do. That will heal a lot of your connections. Just that alone will start to heal your connections, especially when it comes to whoever you love or live with. And they in spirit, like they already know. You keep voicing yourself, you keep saying the same thing. It's like, and the reason why you keep repeating yourself, or the reason why you keep yelling and saying the same thing, is because you're waiting for somebody to validate the way you feel. And it's like spirit is saying it's okay, validate your own self. If you feel like that's the way that you feel, then keep it. But what you can't do is push your perspective onto someone else, because what it's doing, it's making people like walk away from you. You can't control people. People don't want to be controlled. They want to be their own individual. Can even go for like a child. If you have a child, you want to help your child. They might be older and coming of age, and it's like, free that child. Allow them to make mistakes on their own, and that's all you need to do, is just be there to help them get back up. Children got to learn for themselves. Because what it does is, the more you try to control people and tell them you better do this, it causes deep resentment. Like people will resent you for that. It's sad, but it's the truth. Like when my mama tried to control my life, I started to develop deep feelings of resentment towards her for it. Like, let me live. Let me do this journey for myself, and just be there to hold my hand when I get up. Because we're going to fall. Every child, when they learn how to walk, they fall. They crawl and they try to walk, they stumble, they fall. Falling is a part of life. Failing is a part of life. Let people fail. Let people fall. Just reach out and touch someone's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Just lift them up when they drop. The same way how your child is going through the park and they walk in for the first time and they fall, you just pick them up. And you say, "Are you okay?" Just pick people up, but don't try to force your will on people's lives, because people will turn around and resent you for it. And you'll, "Oh, why are they acting like this? I'm just trying to help them." It's like forcing people to awaken, forcing people to open up their eyes, and it's causing people to like resent you. So just be careful of that, Leo, if that resonates with you. Or maybe somebody doing that to you. Maybe somebody doing that to you. Because I hear like power struggles. You be going through power struggles with people. And then you live with like anger and resentment. And it's because they're not doing what you want them to do or how you expect them to do it. And Spirit also says you need to be more gentle with yourself. You need to be more gentle with yourself, and you need to celebrate yourself more. You can be so big on helping other people, worrying about the other person, and you just neglect your own self. So Spirit wants you to see you are good enough. You know how some people, they may like ignore themselves and always try to like fix people and help people. Spirit is like, baby, turn that energy in. Don't worry about them. Let them do what they do. You are good enough. The focus should be you. Like, bring it in. The battle is not yours. You know, let people do what they do. And you are good enough. Spirit wants you to believe in the impossible. So to me, it's like you may have like a fixing addiction. You want to fix people because deep down inside, you still are trying to believe in yourself. So when you see yourself with that habit, just turn it in. And yeah, it's like self-love. Love yourself more. Celebrate yourself more. Invest in yourself and let people do what they do. Like, this is the way that it will enhance your life. It's like shift your focus from people and what they doing, what they got going on, and turn it into you, baby. Bring all that energy back into you, because it's making you neglect yourself. And then what's happening is people start to neglect you because they think you're trying to fix them. And then you start to have power struggles and fallouts with people. And then you feel neglected and abandoned. But if you were just taking this energy and pouring into yourself in the first place, it would never even happen. Spirit said you will glow different and people will treat you different. So you're doing the opposite. Don't put the energy in them. Force yourself to take it back to you. Let me see who's next. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Leo. I didn't pull a card for you. I didn't pull a card for you, Leo. In your journey, there will be times when you feel lost, confused, lonely, and angry. Ooh. These are the times of transition. You won't feel those emotions forever. You are transitioning to a better, stronger version of yourself. Shed away those unneeded layers and keep growing. Keep growing, keep going. Don't let nobody tie you down, or don't be fixing people because it's taken away from you. Spirit says release the weight, Leos. Virgo. Spirit wants you to know, this is like a encouragement. You are doing the best that you can. You really are. It's like you struggle with yourself. And you struggle with yourself. And Spirit wants you to know, like, you can't control the outcome, but you will get what you deserve. You know? What is this? You will get what you deserve. You love to help people. You love to bring people together. You are unstoppable. Some of you out here lonely, like loneliness can hurt you sometimes. You caring what others think, you caring of the other opinions of others, you holding on to the opinions of others have caused you to break your own soul and like force you into being like perfect. You know? It's the memories that you're holding on to and the times that people have wished you bad, and people have overlooked you, and people have shouted at you, and people have chose others over you. You're holding on to that. And Spirit wants you to know that you are so amazing. You are truly a gift to the world. There's nothing wrong with you. And that you struggle to believe in yourself because of you worry about what other people think of you. You've been let down so much. You've been a punching bag for people. And this has taught you to be critical and harsh on your own self. Or for some of you, even like wishing like you could be someone else. Like, you know, like, and not like, it's like wishing you had a different life, or but the biggest things is you holding on to how people have treated you and what they have done to you. This has really affected your self-worth and your self-esteem. And it's creating illusions of who you are, who you should be versus what you truly are. Some of you, you're highly, like, you're very attractive. You are so beautiful, and your energy is very magnetic. So those people who are trying to hurt you are actually, Spirit says they should be ashamed of themselves for how they treated you, because they said it didn't make a difference anyway. Like, it didn't stop you. But at the same time, it's like you are harboring it. It's like the people that should have loved you shouted at you and treated you bad and looked you out, like looked over you, or put you into third parties, and you've been through the ringer, Virgo, and this has caused you to be critical on yourself, or this has damaged your self-worth. It's like I hear moving you away from these people was the best thing that ever happened to your life. If you lost people along the way, Virgo, let them go, because Spirit moved people away from you. They were trying to, hold up, let me dig deep. These people were trying to, dim your light. Dim your light, because I wanted to do, like, this is you. You see how beautiful you are. By the way, this zone is for like the sacral chakra. This is like your personal power. It's like your personal power needs to be healed, because people wanted to, this is you. This is you walking down the street. This is you, this in your everyday life, in your household. Even like your own family tried to dim your own light, right? So this is you. And then people would just, like, they kept trying to out your flame. That's what it was. They out your flame. Every time you build yourself back up, somebody else would boof and then try to out your flame. And then you try to come back out on top, and then they boof, try to out your flame. Like, people trying to stop you from reaching to your highest potential. People seeing your light, and you are so beautiful, and them purposely just wanting to dim your light. And then you struggle to believe in yourself. You struggle to believe that this light exists. And there's times that you see it, and I see you seeing it. And when you do feel it, you go all out. You're very creative. You're highly, I don't know, inventive. You like to invent stuff. You like to reinvent yourself. You have lots of powers, or healing powers. And there's so many great, amazing things that you do. But for some reason, every time you try to shine it on the world, somebody comes and boof. So what is this supposed to mean? Some of you can struggle to see exactly how amazing or great you are, but I see you saying it to yourself. Like, I am amazing. I am great. It's like your pain in this world wasn't, it's like people taught you how to dim your own light. Oh, people trained you to dim your own light. So it's hard for you to keep this flame burning, because people always put it out every time you try to make it glow. So you struggle to see your own power, and you struggle to keep your light bright. You might shy away from all that you are. Come on now with it, Spirit, because I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Spirit said this is a very touchy subject, and this is very challenging for you. So this is perfect. I feel like even this visual, for any of you visual learners, will let you see exactly what's been happening to you. You've been recycling pain. And now you struggle to keep your light bright, because every time you were excited, every time you were ready to let loose and just be who you are, somebody will come and bloop. You know what I mean? So suppose you spent some time, and this is just hypothetically speaking, right? I'm just going to make something up. You've always had haters. You've always had haters. If you at work, you're a great, like everything you do, you're a perfectionist. So you do it A game. You at work. And then your light is so bright. You're even probably best to just work at home or do something for yourself, because if you're at a business, what happens is your light is so bright that because you shine so bright, you attract a lot of hate. People don't like it. It's like your light, it triggers people, so they come and just blow it out. Because I just even seen like a fire truck coming just to blow out the fire. Every time you feel hot, you're hottening yourself, baby. That's like you even like fixing up yourself and looking beautiful. And then all of a sudden, if you was to like bump into your ex, they'll hate on you and say like, oh, you look disgusting. So all of a sudden you start to put on clothes now because you feel nasty. It's like every time that you try to pour your light out, or, oh, look what I made. And people say like, oh, that it's all right. It's not even all that. It's like people continue to dim your light and try to make you believe that you were never enough, or what you have is not enough, or what you do is not enough. So you are like a perfectionist ball, you know, like even if like you always probably, if you get surgery, you always want surgery. You're always looking for flaws in you because you've always had people around you looking for flaws in you. It's never enough. You never feel good enough. You never feel perfect enough. You never feel like you're doing enough. And it's because people always made you seem like what you had and what you did and what you had to bring to the table wasn't enough. But they did this out of jealousy and envy. They were pissed, like how the bleep was Virgo able to do that, or how were they able to get that person? So it's even like if you had a man, I'm talking about this is in every area of your effing life. You hear me? Where my water at? No matter what area of life, it would happen in every area. So it's like almost every area of your life, you're challenged to bring it up and to keep the vibration high, because you were let down so much. Every time you shine your light, it was shut down, and you get afraid to be who you truly are because you wonder, is it going to be enough? And it's because everybody would, your parents, your mother, your father, your siblings, everybody would always try to find a way to, and it's because of jealousy. You're very envied human. So what's the advice? Because what the heck? Give me something good for Virgo. Virgo, see the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is what you've been battling. If you've been trying to, Spirit has been trying to train you and strengthen you and heal your sacral chakra. If you want to know why it's taken so long, this is why. It's like, everybody, you had so many people trying to come for you because to like dim your light, because you trigger them. Like your lightness triggers people and it brings out the ugliness in people. Your light brings out the darkness in others who have not gotten to where you are yet. So it's like, you got to remember that, Virgo. If you get so sick and tired of every time I have a friend, they get jealous of me, they turn on me, my coworkers turn on me. You have a light that is just so bright that it triggers the darkness out of people, because you, and I hear you always rise anyway, arisen from the dead. You know how to heal yourself and bring yourself back up after people freaking put you down. So you need to notice, you need to wear this. Anytime people try to come for you, Virgo, just give them that smirk like, yeah, you jealous, you jelly of me. You come for me, come for me. You jelly of me, ain't you? It's a compliment when people don't like you, Virgo. It's a compliment. Come for me. It's like, bring more love into the situation. It's like, don't be hard on yourself that you haven't reached where you are yet. They want you to be more loving and lighthearted with yourself. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, man. That's sad. It's not you. It's them. Spirit says take turns when you speak also. I guess you've been gaslit so much and you can't take no more. So you be going off on people. What is this man holding a coin? What advice? You're also going through healings. The temple path and the man holding the coin. You're gonna be healing your finances. Because I hear like, I wish I was more wealthy. You're gonna be healing your finances. There's gonna be some healing that comes to your finances. You're a lot of people's dream mate, whether you realize it or not. I don't give a damn how they treated you. I hear like you're a lot of people's dream mate. If you wonder why like your relationships fails, because they never felt like they measured up to you in the first damn place. And then you're one of those humans that are like, you always have people that I hear even addicted to your style. People like the way you dress. You're like, actually people are like a fan of yours. But what was I about to say? Where was I? That's so frustrating for me. If I'm having a download, I get a download and all of a sudden I get distracted and thrown off. My ADD be kicking in during the readings and I get thrown off. Like, wait, what was I about to? Because I start to, you see me playing with these over here. But anyway, my bad, y'all. You can tell in class I couldn't sit still, right? And you know too. Like geniuses have ADD and ADHD. Creative people, they cannot keep still, and it's like they always have ideas. I hear you even have hidden enemies. You have hidden enemies because you are so great and you are so talented. Can you imagine? Can you imagine people not liking you because you're amazing? That's so weird. And you know what it is too for you. People feel like you don't go through nothing. You don't struggle because baby, you wear your struggle good. You be coming outside clean. You look clean when you come outside, baby. You smell so good. People can't stand you. People can't stand you because you so clean and so beautiful and so talented and so creative and so abundant and so, oh my God, you everything. They can't take it, baby. What's that song? I've been getting to the money. Now everybody mad. That's what happened. Whew. Sorry, Virgo. Let me bring you back. Spirit says looking on the outside will not help you find what's inside. Like it's your time to really go in and pull out your shine. You ain't gonna find it on the outside. You gotta dig it and grab it from inside and then pour it out. I hope that makes sense. No act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and keep empathy. If this describes you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. You know what, Virgo? Keep doing you. Keep being a beautiful soul. Keep being a positive presence in this world. Keep shining, baby. Don't let nobody dim your light. You have to remind yourself that you're so powerful and people are terrified of your power because it reflects their weakness. You understand? You even have lovers that will try to put you down and then they start to stalk you and watch you and masturbate to you, but deep down inside they want to treat you bad externally, but internally their heart is boiled for you like an egg, and they just love to watch you and they love to masturbate towards you. But when they see you, they don't treat you like it. They don't reflect it because they don't know how to take your energy. Your energy is so powerful, baby, they can't handle it. Come for me. Come for me. Some of you out here stepchild. You could have been a stepchild and you dealt with a lot going through foster care. Libra. I just heard Pisces. I don't know why. Okay. So Spirit is saying you are incredibly creative, but what you need to do is slow down and pace yourself. Stop trying to reach further than you need to. They want you to trust yourself, and they want you to trust the amount of work that you're doing and that you're putting out in the world, and they want you to slow down. They want you to embrace all that you have done. Like, you are very successful. This, to me, I hear winning a lot. Some of you guys may win a lot of things, or okay, but this to me, I also just heard hyper focus on trying to make everyone else happy. And that has taught you a very big lesson, like trying to make other people happy. And it's like those people that you tried to make happy, it actually turned back on you. So you've learned to address that already. Or if you didn't, Spirit wants you to learn how to address that within your own self. Instead of trying to make other people happy, well, they said it forced you to go within. So some of you learned this lesson. You trying to make people happy, you trying to live through the eyes of others has I'm talking about, it has murdered you. And I'm only saying that because it's like, I hear unfair. You feel like it's so unfair and so unbearable to think of how people done did you when that's all you were trying to do was make them happy. If you can't make them happy, Libra, Spirit is saying you better make you happy. If they don't appreciate it, then you make you happy. But you have so much to give to the world. You're learning a lot about yourself. You like to share. You're the type that likes to share insight. You love to help people. That is what it is. Not everybody's going to appreciate your help, so you got to learn and decipher and discern who is worthy of my help, of my love, of my kindness, of my touch. Y'all gonna say to me, come for me, Libra, because y'all gonna say to me in the comments, everybody's deserving of it. Everybody is. However, people will use and abuse your kindness if they do not know how to receive that. And that's the lesson that you need to learn, Libra. They said you need to be very clear on your expectations from people and stay away from people that hurt you, that take your love and your kindness for granted. Not everybody, there's all different kinds of personalities and peoples in this world. But I'm gonna tell you one powerful thing. There's people who know how to give and receive love, and then there's people who know how to take, and then there's people who just know how to give. Be able to discern who is worthy of all that you have to give, and learn how to give all that happiness and all that greatness back to you. That's all I'm saying. It's like a balance. Libra, you are the scale. You are the balance. What you need to learn how to balance and check for is how much you give to people and how much you're receiving. Because you might put your head down, baby, and just give, and then look up and say, wait a minute, what about me? And Spirit is like, no. Every time you reach out, look to see who, every time you checking on people, see if them people call you and see how you doing every once in a while. You know them types of people. They want you to reach out to them. You always got to be the first one, but then they don't never do it back for you. Help who helps you. Love who love you. Reach out and touch those who touch you. It's like learn how to deciphering who is emotionally available and who knows how to receive. Because I think you may be giving to people who actually don't know how to receive and they don't know how to appreciate, and then you feel taken advantage of. Spirit says that's the ugly truth. You probably look for the kindness and the goodness in everyone, and you have to understand that everybody has like a shadow, and some people's shadow is so big that it starts to rule their personality, and then people live in their ego and they kill off their heart. Let me tell you how that happens. Let me just take a deep breath first. Real quick. Spirit says, train your mind to think that all good things happen to me, and watch how that starts to reflect on the outcome. Moving along. Let me tell you how that happens. You might meet a lot of egocentric people, a lot of narcissistic personalities come your way. You're probably an empath. You probably attract a lot of darkness. Moth to a flame. You attract in a lot of dark entities, and it's because they crave your energy, right? Darkness needs light. So they cling on to you in hopes that you will help them, but the truth is that you can't. But you don't know that, and you will keep trying to give to these people, and what ends up happening is you're depleted and defeated. You need to learn who deserves what you got to give, and that is going to help you. Yeah, like I said, some people have so much pain that they close off their heart. And I know this. I literally have a family member whose heart is closed. So they can't see themselves. They can't see what they do. They don't. You know what I'm saying? For me, I made a choice to love this person unconditionally anyway, but I have some heavy boundaries. You hear me? I have a heavy boundary, and I don't give from a place of lack. I don't give from a place of fear. I don't give from a place of emptiness. I give when I have it to give. And I have learned the lesson to give to myself first, nourish myself first. You know what I'm saying? So you need to learn that balance of pouring into yourself first, learning who to give to, and learning to keep boundaries on those who take advantage of your kindness. All right, let me see. Yeah, it's like I hear like the emotions of others. Yeah, you're coming to the end of this cycle too. This could have just been a lesson. This could have just been a lesson of yours. See, confidence is key. Maybe you had to heal your confidence. Maybe your confidence and self-worth was jeopardized by all these people taking advantage of you. You know? Oh, it is coming to an end. You are going to release this, and you're gonna break free from these chains, baby. You learn. I think I said that in the beginning anyway. But you learned. You learned how to appreciate yourself more, and learning how to trust yourself, learning how to appreciate yourself more, learning how to trust yourself more, learning. It's like you just went through some shadow period, Libra, because I even see you walking outside. You could have even felt isolated, felt confused, felt tired and lonely and let down, and you go outside and all of a sudden you see the sun and you feel good, and you like, okay, you released it. You're gonna release a lot of burdens. Be prepared to release a lot of burdens, Libra. And be prepared, be open to the fact that everybody don't have the same heart as you. Everybody doesn't love the same way that you do, especially if you are like an empath and you love unconditionally. People could have loved you with conditions, or people, they don't know how to handle your love. So I see you being pushed away a lot. Like, what is this? Yes, your home. Because that's so funny. I mentioned family, right? Your family did this to you. Baby, it be the family sometimes. You know? And not only that, you have a mother that you've seen give, just give and just leave herself last. Like a mother who taught you, because I see you grow, I see you in a home and you watching your mom. That's why I tell you, people don't, when you have children, they don't do as you say, they do as you do. Children will follow in your footsteps. They will do as you do, not as you say. Kids don't listen. They don't listen. You've watched a parent do this, like give till they had nothing left. And for some of you, this parent possibly is not even on the earth anymore, but you've seen them give all the way to their ending of their life, and that's all you know. Like, I just give. That's what I see my mama do. And spirit is showing you that this is not healthy. You know, something you learned in your home, where you were taught to believe that you come last, and you need to help people and rescue people, and you come last, and you struggle to put yourself first. It affected your confidence. But now you learned. You gonna show down. Come for me. You gonna show down. I hear this is the best you've looked. Like, you've even started to like indulge in your own look, indulge in self-care. You've been taking care of yourself. You've been trying to get yourself back. Come for me. Those difficult times will pass. Nothing bad lasts forever. The sun will shine again. The birds will sing. The clouds will clear. And you will be glad you kept it moving. You will soon be rewarded for your patience. Hold on. You are far stronger than you think. And then I say that, especially when they say this, the birds will be singing and the clouds will be clear. I said, all of a sudden, it's like you just come outside and the sky is clear. It's like you just feel liberated. Spirit says this was also affecting your success. So if you had troubles like with work or making money, it's because of leeches, energy vampires, and you not knowing how to pour into yourself. All right. Scorpio. Spirit says you need to make up your mind. Like, what do you want more? Where are you putting all your energy into? Why are you struggling to see your own worth? Where did you learn this behavior from? Who is telling you these stories? Why do you keep second guessing yourself? Why are you so afraid to reach out for help? Who helps you? You help a lot of people, but some of you struggle to ask for help. Some of you are in deep need of transformation. You are struggling to see why you keep repeating the same cycles over and over again. Like, you going in a circle with the universe. And you're so angry. Like, why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? You're prideful. You're prideful. You're prideful to show people your weaknesses. You're prideful to ask people for help. Some of you struggle, like, you look for love in the wrong places. It's like, I feel like you feel lost. Like, you're trying to find your place in the world. You're trying to see where you fit in. You're trying to see how you can overcome yourself or overcome pain. You feel very alone. Oh, shy. Spirit says you're also very, very shy. You're very, very timid. Some of you guys were like a late bloomer. You're scared to admit when you're wrong. Some of you it's like a lot of fears, a lot of deep insecurities that you are afraid to address. Like, there's some deep insecurities and that need to be looked at or need to be shared with others. It's like you may need way more support than you're willing to admit. You could be struggling with yourself. You could be struggling with your self-worth. Because I even hear, like, who am I? You can be struggling with identity, and you could be like creating false scenarios in your head and acting as if it really happened, and you fear it happening, so you probably hold on to the worst case scenarios. It's like you need a deep transformation, Scorpio. You need a deep transformation. It's like you almost don't even know who to be. You may even be a person that you alter your personality depending on who you're around. Maybe they expect me to be this way, so I'm going to be this way. And then maybe they expect me to be this way. You're trying to figure out who you are and what you're worth and where you're going. You're very confused on yourself about who you are. And if you meet people who are confused about you, it's because you're in a lot of confusion about your own self. If you meet people who they don't share themselves with you, they're emotionally unavailable, or they're always wrapped up into something else, it's because this is a true reflection of how you treat your own self. Like, you avoid your own self at times. Like, you want to escape your own self. You don't like to be alone. You are terrified of looking in your own soul. You're scared of yourself. So if you meet a lot of runners, it's because you run from yourself. And Spirit says looks are deceiving, so you can't even depend on people's looks. So it's like a lot of, and you can be a person that you may go to the party and you act very, very standoffish or very like uptight, and you might even meet. I'm hypothetically speaking. Suppose you're a female and you outside, or you at the lounge, or a place in public where you meet people. Suppose a man comes up to you and say, "Well, why don't you smile?" And you are like, they're trying to say that you put up this cold front because you're actually very scared. And like, you don't trust yourself anymore. You don't trust yourself anymore. It's almost like you're afraid for people to see who you truly are, because you feel like if you show your true self, this true self won't be accepted or acknowledged. So you put on a mask and hide who you truly are from people. You put on a mask because you had family who would pick fights with you, families who would try to tell you who to be and how to dress and how to act and what to wear. And it's like you've been trying to fight for your own independence, and you just submitted to what other people want from you. And this has carried out into your love life, where you don't know how to show up or how to be or how people truly feel about you. You push people away. It's this some of you have been sheltered for too long. You could have had a parent who would do everything for you, so you could have learned late how to, or you like a parent who would fight all your battles for you. So now it's like you're out in the world and you're just like, what do I do? And in others of you, you could have been sheltered, or you could have been, I see a parent who was hard on you and made you do everything. And now you finally have your own independence and own freedom. But because you had such a controlling parent, it's like you wait for people to tell you what to do because you don't want to make them mad. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want people to leave you or run away from you or not like you. So you try to mold yourself into what people want in hopes that they will stay. So your foundation with self isn't strong. And this is why you get a lot of multi-dimensional people, or emotionally unavailable people, or even impulsive people, and you're just like scattered and scared, and you just don't understand why. But this is the reason behind it all. You need to sit with yourself and get to know yourself more and ask yourself, well, what do you like? And it's not about, well, you might be a person like, oh, so what do you want to do today? It's almost like, well, what do you like to do, Scorpio? Because you're worthy of, we can go with what you want too. Your idea deserves to be heard too. What you have to bring to the table is good too. But it's not about like, I don't feel good enough. It could just truly be like a loss of identity. Like you've been molding yourself in hopes of the approval of others, because you've been yelled at, and people will just vanish out your life. One minute they love you and they hold you, and the next minute they just vanish out your life. And it's like, for you to trust yourself to be exactly who you are. But then you got to figure out, well, who am I? What do I like? Now that you don't have a parent to control you, or someone, you could have been married for a long time, and then your husband would control you, and you would, your husband would say like, and now you don't have any of that. And now it's almost like, well, what do I do with myself? Or you just feel lost. And it's like, you need to find yourself. Like even just taking 3 months to say, I just need to find out who I am. What do I like? What do I want in a man? Instead of allowing them to dictate and control what they want from you. You sitting back and waiting for men to call you and reach out to you, and you're waiting on them to make the moves, when the truth is your voice and your needs and voice is just as important too. Yeah, be bold and make the first move. Like you are so afraid. And it's like, well, what if I mess up? What if they don't like what I do? What if what I say, it comes out wrong, and then they leave me? It's like, yeah. And be careful. Like spirit is like, you can even be holding on to a situation that nothing will come from this situation. So maybe you need to be bold and make the first move and just leave. Maybe you sit around and wait for people to validate you, or you sit around with people who have nothing to really offer you. Like maybe there's something you truly want, but you just go along with what they want, and you put your needs aside, because it's almost like you feel like your needs don't matter, or what you want, nobody will care anyway. So I'll just wait for them to see what they're going to do. You know, like you try to match people's energy, where the truth is you don't need to match their energy. You need to stay strong in yours. But you can't stay strong in yours because you still are struggling to see what your value and your worth is. And this is costing you like your life. You're spending a lifetime trying to figure out, well, who will want me and who will choose me, or who will pick me, or what does this company want from me, or will, you know, like at the beck and call of other people, and not knowing how to stand strong in yourself. And this is hurting you, because I hear flighty energy. You meet flighty people, or you think you're going to get an opportunity, and then all of a sudden you just don't hear from the person no more. It's just like weird things happen, but it's because you're so confused on who you are. So lots of confusion is brought into your world. Spirit says you need to learn yourself. You need to learn your triggers. You need to learn, and you need to heal your voice. You need to realize your worth. You need to heal your voice. You need to realize your worth. Yeah, look at it. Selling yourself out. This is so sad, because look at her. She's like beat up and bruised and just still trying to stay around. It's like even if the person hurts you, even if the situation is hurting you, even if the job, you're loyal to people, but you struggle to be loyal to yourself, which means that everybody is disloyal to you, because it's a reflection of who you are to yourself. You might struggle to stand up for what you really want and settle or sell yourself short because you're waiting for people to tell you okay instead of you just saying okay for you. Does that make sense? I hope this helps somebody, because every message of this is going to be like the truth. This is your blockages. This is your messages from spirit. This is what you really need to heal. Like selling yourself short, not knowing what your true value is, or if you're even worthy of what you truly want, or what you even want. I don't even know what you want. I don't even know if you know what you truly want. You know what I'm trying to say? Like even career wise, you probably don't even know what career really suits you best. Some of you, and this is not going to be for everybody. It won't be for everybody. But if this message is for you, this is beautiful for you, because sometimes we come to points in our life and we're like, well, what's up with me? Or why is the universe sending me these types of peoples, or these types of situations, and these types of things? And we don't know why. So this may not resonate with you, but if it resonates for you, this is going to truly help you re-examine the way you go about life, and the way you show up with love, and the way you show up when it comes to career. If you start to focus in on what you want and get a strong, firm belief in what you want, and you dig deep in, well, who am I? What do I want? What are my needs and what are my triggers? The world will respond to you better. Opportunities will respond to you better, because you're standing in a stronger version of yourself. But until then, you'll be selling out. You'll be settling and staying in situations where nothing is going to happen. Like wasting away your life in situations that what you truly, it's like you going, if you feel like this is black, you know, like this is like the unknown. I don't know what's going to happen. You just allow the situation to drag out because you're afraid to truly state what you need. So you allow yourself blindly to go into blind situations, and you're blindfolded, not knowing what's going on, which make you also probably spend a whole lot of time watching tarot and trying to get tarot to even dictate your outcome, because you don't know how to dictate it for your own self. Because everybody like should come to a point with tarot that tarot is very helpful. Trust me, tarot has got me out of the most awful situations in my life. You hear me? You hear? Sorry, I'm a little extra sometimes, but tarot has truly changed my life. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that free will is at play. And at any time you want, you can jump ship. You do not have to continue to be dragged along or settle for crumbs or settle for people who are unsure about you. But if you get a lot of people who are unsure about you, you really need to ask yourself, have you been really unsure about yourself? Because this will heal it. Once you get firm in who you are, firm in the direction of your life, firm, you will get people who will be firm, you know? Law of attraction. You attract what you are. You attract the lessons that you need. So if everything in your life seems chaotic and scattered, it's because you're settling and you don't truly know what your worth is or know what your value is. You struggle to see it. That was long. I put my soul in that. I don't feel drained though. Yeah, because I see you being like, you submit yourself to people who are leading you to nothingness, and you need to be aware of that, Scorpio. Don't stay longer in connections, relationships, jobs. If suppose you had a job and your true intention is, I'm at the Holiday Inn. I don't know. I'm just saying something. I'm working at the Holiday Inn, and right now I work at the front desk as a receptionist. But the truth is, I want to be a manager. I want to be manager or co-owner of this hotel chain. And you just sit there and you don't make your needs known that this is what I'm truly aiming for. So you're just there, and they just have you at the company with no intentions of raising your position, but you would have never known that because you never asked. You're just waiting around for them to notice you and pick you and choose you without you telling them exactly what your true intentions are. So you be careful of that. Or if you're in a relationship, it's like, I truly want marriage, but I will sit and wait for you to choose me and pick me, or wait for you to call me. But the ultimate goal is that I really want marriage, but I'm afraid to say that. You know what I'm saying? So you end up wasting your time a lot. And it's not people wasting your time, but you wasting your own time because you allow yourself to sit in nothingness. I hope that helped. I hope that makes sense to somebody. Well, let me pull a card. I don't really know if I don't think I pulled the card for you, right? Did I? If you get two cards, we see that you are on the brink of a breakthrough, that you have been patiently waiting for a situation to come full circle. The lessons have been learned. All right? You need to trust yourself. Trust what's going on. Trust that you can receive the best outcome. So you need to trust yourself. I also heard, like, stay away from people who keep bringing up the past or keep trying to relive the past or trying to make you sit in the past or feel guilty for the past and who you used to be. Who you used to be is not who you are now, Scorpio. Nobody is allowed to hold you to who you used to be, and that could be preventing you too from moving forward or not knowing where you are, where because people are holding you to your past self. This is why Spirit is saying, spend some time alone to figure out who you are and where you are going, because you are no longer who you used to be. And you don't have to sit and let people remind you of who you used to be, or back in the day you used to do this, or oh, you was this or that, and they want to hold you to who you used to be when you were learning. Let them people go. Sagittarius. Fear. You're surrounded. I hear your heart chakra. Your heart chakra needs to be healed. You are very fearful. You're holding on. You're holding your own self. I hear, when is the last time that I've truly been loved? What? Who is out there for me? Who do I have to lean on? Who can I trust? Who sees me for me? Who is genuinely loving me and who is trying to use me? You're going through a shadow period. You are relearning what love truly is for you, and who can melt your heart and who can fit you like a glove, baby. Spirit says, remember all the times that you did receive love. Be careful of holding on to the people who have neglected you, abandoned you, hurt you, left you for dead. And they want you to remember all the resilience you have, all the power you hold to get yourself out of entanglements, love triangles. Spirit wants you to know you have been trying your best. You are emerging. You are a star. You are healing. You will get your powers back. Do you feel like you lost your power? You will get your powers back. You are remembering who you are. If you are remembering who you are and all that you have to give, you could have lost yourself. You could have lost yourself in a love situation. You could have gave your power away to somebody that you thought you can trust, somebody that you thought would love you and would hold you and would, it's like you died. You went through a spiritual death through someone who hurt you or through someone who's left this earth. So someone who either left the earth because they're an angel that protects you now, or it's like something Spirit says relinquish control. Wait a minute. Something big and traumatic happened in your life that caused you to go through a massive spiritual transformation. I'm talking about something big happened and you started seeing spiritual numbers, angel numbers. Spirit says you have had the worst and the best of both worlds, the worst of love and the best of love. Some of you guys had the best of love and the worst of love. Some of you guys are a walking angel. You're an angel. I just like you, Sagittarius, because you're an angel, but also you can wreak havoc and shake some shit up if people try you. So you have two sides to you. You have darkness and you have light, and you know when to use your lightness and you know when to use your darkness. And there's nothing wrong with it, because I hear transmuting energy. Whoever you are, you must be a big empath. You could even be a tarot reader. And you help people. You can see through people. And it's like you are trying to see when you will fall in love. Love has been a struggle for you in this lifetime. And you feel scared. It's almost like you feel alone in the world. You feel like you don't really have someone to hold you, or to pray with you, or to support you. There's like, you want to be loved and you want to give love, and you don't know why it's so challenging for you. Spirit doesn't want you to compare yourself to anybody. It can even cause you to start to compare yourself to others, or fixate on the problems, like look for things in yourself to fix because of this. And you're such a big angel. Well, let me ask, well, why is it so challenging for Sag? When will they, like, why is this happening? I keep trying and I'm still alone. I'm still empty. I'm still with nobody. Like, why does this keep happening to me? So feeling like a victim of love. Or when I finally love somebody, they leave my hands. It's like your hands is open and you feel warm and you feel good, and then they're snatched from you. You know, like, why don't I deserve love? Because your love situations keep failing, it has made you feel as if you are not worthy or deserving of it, because it gets taken away from you either through death or through a bad ending. And I hear hocus pocus. So hocus pocus could mean like you've been trying to manifest it. You could have been using magic. You could have been using all kinds of things. And I don't know why I hear green light. And green is the heart chakra. So it's like healing to your heart. Healing to your heart. Maybe your heart was really damaged and you needed to heal your heart and raise your vibration, because let me see. Somebody took your power and made you feel like you weren't worthy, so you started to settle. And with spirit healing your heart, they're trying to raise you back up in order for you to fit with your perfect fit. Hold up. And your spirit guides have been using you to heal the world, and this has also, I hear like short-lived connections. You're so tired. You're so tired of this cycle and you don't understand why. And there's help above from heaven. I wonder if what prolonged your love life has been, because you know why I'm pausing, Sagittarius? Because I don't see any blockages besides spirit healing you. Like spirit has you. Like spirit is who has you currently. Like you're in spirit's arms. You're with the angels and they're healing you. They're healing you and making your heart over. So I don't know. They're making your heart over and they're healing you. Like spirit has you. Let me see. Like what? You know what's so crazy? Let me just tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. I think with you, I don't know why I just hear Powerball ticket too, you know? I hear with you, you were going through a deep spiritual transformation and it wasn't meant for you to have love right now. I think with your love life, it all had to do with timing. And I think spirit, they used you. You know, like there were people who hurt you. And then as you started to get strong, you were a spiritual lesson to many people. And it's like for spirit, since they need you, it could be a situation where it's like it has to do with timing and there's nothing wrong with you. That's the biggest thing, Sag. I don't see, you know, like how sometimes you may say to yourself that, is there something wrong with me? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not handsome enough? Am I blah, blah, blah? You know, who cares? All those things that you may feel like, do I need to fix myself? Am I wasting my time? There's nothing, it's not about that. It's literally about your life path and the timing of your life. It's like spirit needs you now. You are meant to have a big mission on this planet, and your spirit guides is healing you and preparing you for your mission on this planet, and then you will meet the love of your life. So this is what it's all about. It's not about there's something wrong with you. It's about you honoring your own life path, because it's going to come. But the spirit is like, we need you independently now. Like they needed you now, and they needed you for your higher purpose. It's like timing is what the issue is. It's nothing but timing. Like it's so funny. I keep hearing Drake's song in my head, God's plan. It's God's plan. So all those spiritual lessons you had, they served for your higher purpose. It's like you are meant to be a light in this world and spirit needs you. And it's like you will need to tie up and serve them before you can be with someone. Because it was like when you were with people, you ended up having to heal them and help them. And this was taken away from you and your mission and what God wanted you to do, or the universe needed you to do in this lifetime. So it's not about anything being wrong with you. It just means that you need to finish your mission, and then spirit will deliver you the love when they see you strong in your mission, or see you, because you have like a lot of anxiety when it comes to taking action. So it's almost like if love was to come, it will be a distraction. They need you to take action on but you have anxiety about going after your dreams. So that's all there really is to it. There is nothing wrong with you. Let me just see something real quick. See, it's like, take a chance. You can't grow in your comfort zone. Stepping into the unknown is trusting the universe. Go for it. So there's something you should be doing. There's something like a mission or some action that you need to be taking towards a dream that's causing you anxiety, and it's just the timing. That's all it's about. Stop playing with me. Spiritual mission. It says this connection supports you have a spiritual partner who's coming in to serve a very spiritual mission with you. And I hear I'm scared. Fear is preventing you. This mission, you know how some people believe in the twin flames. I don't want to say twin flame because I don't like some of the attachments that people have to that term, twin flame. It creates chaos in people's lives. And some people don't even really know what a twin flame is. Some people have like a karmic partner that treats them bad, and they'll say, oh, this is my twin flame, so I'm going to stay in this horrible connection of this person who treats me like crap because this is my twin flame. When the truth is that your twin flame mirrors God. God is love, and God wouldn't put you down and hurt you. You have to always ask yourself, is this person treating me the way that God would? Don't get it twisted. There's no human on this planet that is perfect, but character is character. Do they have the same characteristics of God, right? Because love is patient, love is kind, love does not boast. You know what I'm saying? It's like a divine connection is so pure. But in order for you to get to this purity, you need to purify and heal your heart in order to align with the true love of God. And that means you would have to shed your shadow. You would have to detach from all things that were breaking you and hurting you, especially karmics. So it's like you had to be birthed and risen up into love, become love so that you can meet love. Baby, I think I'm preaching today. So that's all it is. It's like there's a spiritual mission and a spiritual connection for you to have this spiritual mission for. That's all it is about. Let me see. Yeah. And synchronicities. It's like your spirit guides and forgiveness. You had to holding on to resentment and anger is preventing your spiritual growth. It's like resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of emotions. The act of forgiveness will get you in the right direction and will transform you. So that's what I'm saying. I think I said that, right? You need to purge out and heal certain aspects of you to come right in alignment with the light, and the light will bring you this love. So that's all. It's all about the order of sequence of your life path. Spirit says, in trying new things, like jumping out of your comfort zone, trying new things, you're going to meet this person out of your comfort zone. Spirit says they separated you for a reason. And they separated you so that you won't be contaminated by the judgments of others. Or, they need to separate you to elevate you. And your ex, like leaving them was a blessing. Or them leaving you was a blessing. If somebody abandoned you or rejected you, it was a blessing. Because when you meet this divine counterpart, they don't even compare. Okay. When going through tough times, it's important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you. You've overcome challenges before. Be kinder to yourself and be thankful for all that you already have. So don't resist your life path. Capricorn. I'll be so in tune with Capricorn. Nothing's coming up. Let me see. I think the breakthrough that you've been praying for and waiting on is it's here. It's arriving. I see a car coming around and pulling up to you. You've been waiting for a breakthrough. You got nothing will come from this situation. I hear karma has no expiration date. Did somebody hurt you and you've been waiting for this person to get their karma for you to feel like you can feel good to set yourself free. Like somebody hurt you and you've been waiting for them to receive the pain that they gave to you in order for you to feel like justice was served. You could be waiting for justice or somebody to get their karma for what they done to you. The battle, Spirit says the battle is not yours. The battle is not yours. Is very important for you to understand. Like those who have harmed you will get their just due. Like that's none of your worry or your concern. What you should be focusing on is feeling safe in your energy again. Because I hear hysterically crying. Feeling safe in your energy again. Feeling safe with yourself is what you should be tuning into, and forgiving yourself. So you need to forgive yourself and you need to feel safe. Like if you don't feel safe, that means your anxiety is on 1000. You may have trouble sleeping. You have bad anxiety attacks. It's very hard for you to just feel free and loosen up yourself because you're always attracting horrible people and you feel like a failure when it comes to love. People tricking you and making you believe that you weren't worthy of love when all this time it was them that had issues, and leaving you blind. Love has failed me. Like you feel like love has failed you and you want people to get what they done to you. You feel like you've been left out in the cold, you've been abandoned, you've been backstabbed. Some of you could be in a same-sex relationship. Like you even tried to date the same sex in hopes that you could find love, and even that failed you. So love is your struggle. Nothing will come of this situation. You could have been holding on to something, and Spirit wants you to free yourself because this person has issues with committing to themselves. So because they can't commit to themselves, they can't commit to you. Yeah, you all tied up. You're tied up because you're stuck in nothingness. You are tied to a situation that is hurting you, that is crippling you. You've been trying to free yourself and you can't. But you can. You actually can. Spirit wants you to step into healing. I would say, yeah. You feel tied into a soul contract. You feel tied into a soul contract because, ooh, I got you, Capricorns. I see what's up. I see exactly what's up. I hear crying at night. You love them. You want them to pay for what they done to you, but you're still tied to it because your heart is in it. You don't know how to separate your heart from the person. Love wins. What do you mean by that? What it means is that you can love from a distance. The shift of perspective is, I love this person, but I cannot stay with them, or I cannot continue in this because they don't have the same love and commitment as me. So that is the shift that is needed. You can love someone that hurt you, but understanding that this love is painful and I don't deserve it, so I'm going to walk away and heal myself. Spirit wants you to step into healing, but you keep going back and forth. You start to heal, you doing good, and then you jump back into that, wondering if they're going to come back, and you fell in love. You fell in love, and you don't know how to get yourself out. And it's wasting your life. Like you're wasting your life. And you have to understand, Spirit says like be honest with yourself, because you're holding yourself in it. It ain't God, it ain't the universe, it ain't them. It's literally you're holding yourself in this situation only because of your love that you don't know how to detach from. And it's like you heal, and every time you get stronger, you use that strength to go back and wait on them or hear lots of readings about them. You're just tied to a situation that the only person that can free you, Capricorn, is you. Spirit says they were lying to you from the jump about who they were. They were never honest to you, with you, about who they were in the first place. So maybe that's another thing. Like you're probably punishing them and holding back, and if you hold back, then they will step up and show up differently. But the truth is, it's for you to accept that what they have shown you is exactly who they are. They were never who you thought they were to begin with. And as soon as you accept the fact that this person is not who you think, then you can break free from the illusion of being in love with like a liar, a cheater, and a covert narcissist. Let me see something. Yeah. This is like a soul lesson you're being challenged by. And it's like codependencies and limiting patterns, and it's just preventing you from moving forward in your life. That's the sad part. It's like this pain, this person, they controlled you, like you gave them your power. And spirit keeps trying to push you and bring you other people, but it's like no matter what, this person is always in the back of your mind, in the back of your heart, in the back of your head. It's like you're still waiting for God to change them, or God to fix them, or for some type of miracle. And spirit wants you to tell you, you have to get comfortable with the truth that this person is not what you think, and nothing will ever come from this. And that's going to be a hard reality for many of you to face, because you could have been so codependent and tied to it that you refuse to free yourself from the illusion that, you know, there's a miracle that will save this person, when the truth is God helps those who help themselves. God can't force nobody. God is such a gentleman. He would never force anybody into healing. You're going to have to want it. You're going to have to repent and cry out to him. Anytime I've ever been freed from something, it's because I went to him. God is a gentleman. He ain't going to chase you down, but when you want his help, you can call him in, and that's how healing works. People who go through self-development, and people who truly want to heal, they know where to go to get the healing from. A lot of people run from healing, because when you heal, you would have to admit to yourself that there is a problem with me. And a lot of people feel uncomfortable with taking accountability, or even saying like there's something wrong with me. So that's what it seems like is going on. Either way, and spirit says quit judging yourself. You could even be judging yourself and saying maybe it's because I'm not enough, maybe because my private parts weren't good, maybe because I don't cook fried fish in the deep fryer and instead I use the pot. You blaming yourself for this. And the truth is you just need to accept the fact that you fell in love with a narcissist. You fell in love with a covert narcissist that does not know how to love. They get their validation from the outside world, and it's like you're waiting for them. And it's not gonna, nothing will happen. They will not change. And that's gonna be the lesson for you. Did I do this already? It's like spirit wants you to free yourself. Yeah, with sexuality and the family tribe. It's time for you to free yourself and connect to your real soul tribe. You holding on to somebody who can't give you what you want or need. And the crazy thing too with you, Capricorn, they could have sexual issues, and this is why they can't join you in a family. They can't build upon your family because they want to be a free spirit, or somebody who's polyamorous, or somebody who has sexual issues. You know, like suppose you are a woman who's with a man. The truth is they can't be with you as a woman or stay faithful to you as a woman because they love men. They love men, and they can't stop sleeping with men. So you could have had a child with this person and you want them to come back to the family, but they can't because they have these sexual issues. This is why nothing will come from it. That was weird. Or if you're a man, it's like you're a man who's with a woman and she can't be with you because she loves other women. It's just like you guys are not in alignment. That's just the real big truth, Capricorn. You guys are not in alignment. You two are not not a fit, and they are not your divine counterpart, because they deny healing. Anybody who denies healing or rejects healing can't be a counterpart. Okay. If something deep within you tells you that something is not quite right, trust it. If you are unhappy in your life, change something. It is entirely up to you. Stop making excuses. You are in control of your own life. And this is exactly what I'm saying. You're holding yourself hostage in a situation that's going nowhere. And you got to be careful, because life is short, Capricorn. Like life is scary. Life is so short. Like in a blink of an eye. Like I'm gonna challenge you, Capricorn. If you were to, and this might be very uncomfortable for many people, but this is what I use for myself. If it's a horrible example, then my apologies for any of you who feel very sensitive to this. But if you were to die tomorrow, would you be happy that you were waiting on somebody that would never change for you? Would you be happy that you've been sacrificing your days and your beautiful life to wait for somebody who treats you bad? If you were to leave this earth tomorrow, would you be happy with that? You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like, it's time for you to save yourself. Are you okay with leaving this earth with the way your life has been? Because honestly, it's entirely up to you. All right. Aquarius. You are terrified of showing the world your true self. You sit in your head, you daydream about this big life that you want, this love that you want, and then when you go outside, you just play it normal or something. What did I just say? You go outside and play it normal. Normal means comfort zone. Normal means safe. You stay and stick with normal when you really want big. You want big. You got big dreams, but you are afraid to take a chance on yourself. You are afraid of what people will think. You are afraid of failure. You are afraid of winning. You are afraid of your own power. You're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of how big you may become. You are afraid of falling on your face and not becoming big at all. You are unique. Spirit wants you to respect your uniqueness. Don't hide who you are from the world. What? The world loves you. People, and it's time to release negativity as well. Spirit wants you to realize, like, look how far you have come. Your dreams are entirely up to you. Nobody gets to choose your dreams for you. Your dreams are entirely up to you. You just need to release negativity and go out and live your best life. It's like someone who needs permission to live their best life and stop wasting time second guessing themselves. That's what it is. Yeah. And you need to open up and receive. You probably give a lot, and now it's your time to receive. Spirit says examine your thoughts, because your thoughts are harming you more than you even realize. At times your mind is a war zone, and this is stopping you. This is stopping you. And for some of you Aquarius who feels like I'm never included, nobody ever asks me to go out, nobody ever invites me, or nobody, it's like if people stop asking you to come out, it's because they feel like you don't ever come. Like people in the past extended invitations to you, and you don't come, so they just felt like you wanted to be left alone, so people just leave you alone. It's not, people want you, people like you, people get excited when they hear from you. But then it's like you, at the last minute, you change your mind and you don't want to go, and you just stay in your comfort zone. you just stay in your comfort zone, or you trick yourself out of it. Everything good that comes to you, you trick yourself out of it. It's, look at it. It's like this journey is trying to lead you to victory, but you need to accept it. You need to receive it. It's like you lie to yourself to keep yourself held and hostage. Like you're afraid. You'll do anything to run away from your wishes. You're probably a human that has powerful manifestation abilities, but because you are so afraid of your own dreams, you find reasons to run away from everything that you want. And this is sad, but Spirit says, when will you realize that you are becoming your own worst enemy? Like you're keeping yourself trapped. You're keeping yourself with thoughts that don't serve you. And you are so deserving and so worthy, but you do this subconsciously. Self-sabotage. You self-sabotage yourself because you've never really had, great things happen to you. So for you to actually think of great things happening to you is actually scary as heck to you. But you're beautiful. Your spirit is. Perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phase in your life can shift. One change after another. You are learning to adapt and grow. Be kind to yourself and gentle to yourself. So just one shift a day, just stepping out your comfort zone, just doing one thing you've never done, like tricking your mind into going towards this new beginning that you have, like victory. You are meant to live a way more lavish, victorious lifestyle than what you're in right now, but you stop your own self, and that's the message for you, Aquarius. They say you quit, like you may give up really fast, or you keep switching what you truly want to do. Okay. Pisces. Your emotions. You struggle to release what's not meant for you. If you want to know what's stopping your destiny is you holding on, like you struggle with change. To me, you even remind me, and this is not to be judgmental, but you even remind me of a Cancer. You want to cling on and hold on to everything. You don't like to give up on people. You are holding on to the old, and Spirit is asking you to step into the new. You can't keep doing the same things and expecting a different result. It's like you've been battling depression for way too long, and you're battling depression because you have a hard time releasing things and people and attachment. You have attachments and codependencies to unhealthy things that is slowing down, and a victim mentality when things don't work out your way. Suppose Spirit takes somebody off your path, right? Because they weren't no good for you. You victimize it and you sit in your emotions and you waste a lot of time soaking in sadness over regret, over past. So it's like Spirit is you have big prayers, you pray, you ask to be released from things, but then when you are released from things, you sit and soak on it, and sometimes even call those same exact things that you asked to be released to come back. That's what's happening. You sit and soak and you ask Spirit to bring it back to you, and then they bring it back to you just for you to be hurt by the same situation or the same person. And it's like, I don't know. That's what's hurting you. That's the biggest blockage that I see for you, Pisces. You want to bring everybody with you and you cannot. There's like a beautiful life waiting for you, a life of peace, a life of happiness, a life of growth, a life of wealth. And you lose focus of the bigger picture, or you get scattered brain. You lose focus of the bigger picture, or you're too stuck on emotional pain, and it throws your path off. So like your health, your emotional health, you need to change your diet. You need to create healthier routines in order for you to, it's almost like even like a deep spiritual cleanse. You need to, and be more compassionate to yourself. And spirit is waiting on you. Yeah, I knew it. Spirit, like, we got this new beginning for you. We'll just wait. We'll wait for you to pack up all your emotions. We'll wait. We'll wait for you to make the first move. We're just here waiting on you. You know, we need you to be compassionate with yourself, and we need you to come over here. Like, come here. We have all these things for you, but you're sulking, you're sorrowful, you're regretful, you have all these things, and spirit, like, can you just drop it and come over here, please? So leave all this behind and come here. That's what spirit wants you to do. That's what's taking your journey longer than you would like it. Because you are very fragile. You struggle to release what's not needed. And this is, even if you release the person, then you still hold on to the emotions, you know? And then you get angry. Like you're mad about a love situation, and this is even holding you back from this new beginning. You hold on to anger and pain and things that are done, and it holds up your journey. And there's so much victory, success, and a new start over here, but you need to walk. You need to walk. Go over the bridge. Over the bridge is something beautiful. Like, drop all the swords and walk over the bridge. You're pissed. You know, too, something that I just seen is so funny. Somebody could have broke your heart. They could have hurt you. They could have left you for someone else. Or they could have, you know, they didn't realize your worth. And you could be the type, Pisces, that you start to overindulge in work, and you're like, I'm gonna make this person regret they ever did this to me. And it's like you kind of subconsciously wait for the person to come back around, and when they don't, you get angry and you get mad, and then you sit and then you sulk, and then it prolongs your journey. All right, for some of you, not for everybody, but for some of you. Yeah, didn't I tell you that? So much adversity that you need to forgive. You need to forgive yourself, and you need to forgive like whatever has happened to you. You know, and it's like your imagination, you attract in from your imagination. So if you're holding on to a pain, you're going to attract in more pain. If you use your imagination for a new start, you have a new start. But for some reason, you're not going to the new start. You're just sitting right here in the adversity and the pain. I hear a false start. All right. Find ways to fill your cup. Be self-full. Follow your heart and always trust your intuition. Go deep within. Find your triggers and address them one by one. Self-healing is the best healing. Only then can you often be your best. So it's like, heal yourself, fill your cup. A lot of you may even like be very distracted when it comes to your self-healing. You may say like, oh, I'm about to go meditate. And then all of a sudden you end up watching a whole show of I don't know, a tarot person or a show. Like you're very distracted from your own healing, you know, like something like that. I send you all so much love and light. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all.